Hey folks, Nate Apollo here from Maximus Internet Marketing. This is Web Wednesday. Thank you for joining. I just want to say good morning. It's a little early here. I want to get this video out. I have a very, very busy day. As you can see, I didn't want to do my hair. I'm wearing my Sixers hat. I am still hoping that they could pull this off and not have a epic Doc Rivers choke. But I think we could close up the series and get moving here. So hoping for that. So today I just want to do a little bit of a follow up on a couple things that I posted in the past. A little bit more of just maybe like a little bit of news of what's going on the web. There's a lot going on, and it always just goes back to the internet's just always evolving, always changing. There's always going to be things that are happening, and we kind of have to just stay tuned and adjust. So, I did post last week about Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter. He first, became the largest shareholder. Then Vanguard came in. He had a bid on the table to buy it. So it actually went through. They did approve it. He did buy it. Whole lot of chatter going on out there. Some people are happy about it. Some people are not. A lot going on with that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what changes he makes. We'll see what comes from this. I'm going to throw it out there and say I guarantee he will be before Congress probably by the end of this year, probably before midterms. So I can guarantee seeing that because, unfortunately, Twitter is political. So that's where we're at. Social media is political. The media is political. And there's going to be stuff that comes from that. So I guarantee that we will see that happen. And we'll see how much the government overreaches into a private company now. I'm just going to leave it at that. So we'll see what happens. Next thing is Netflix. So, there's been a lot going on with Netflix stocks. They had drops a few months ago. They had a huge drop just recently, went down about 35%. And Netflix came out and attacked their users. They came out and said, okay, well, I think a big part of this and our loss is because people are sharing accounts. So rather than taking any ownership whatsoever on their company, the content that they put out, the fact that they're not the only player in town, there's plenty of other streaming services out there. Every day, another new channel's coming out with a new streaming service. That's the world we live in now, where before you had cable and you had to buy channels, now you have the ability to buy different streaming services. I mean, there's HBO Max, there's Stars, there's obviously there's Hulu, there's plenty of other, Peacock, Paramount, like they're coming out of the woodwork with their own shows. So all of a sudden, Netflix just isn't, Netflix can't chill anymore. No more Netflix and chill. And, they have to look at themselves in the mirror and make sure that they're not complicit in why that their stocks are falling and why they're losing, members. Maybe, raising their membership fees wasn't a good idea. We see that all the time. A lot of people, when they start losing a little bit of revenue, and this isn't a lot of businesses, they start losing a little bit of revenue and their immediate response is to raise their rates. Well, so now you're screwing over your loyal customers because people have left without looking yourself in the mirror and figuring out why. So we see that a lot of times with businesses, and Netflix might want to learn from this because they were one of the first players in town here. They kind of changed the game a little bit, but they might be in a little bit of trouble here if they don't adjust and don't have a little bit of accountability here. Next thing I want to talk about is Johnny Depp, right? Honestly, I can give two shits about Johnny Depp and his ex-wife, and why this is streaming on television is an absolute joke. But something came out about this, that there was 11% of the profiles on Twitter that were online, arguing about this, defending it, going back and forth, doing this, were fake. So you have to ask yourself, why and if that's 11%, it's probably on the low end. There's probably more. That's what they found. You have to ask yourself, why are there fake accounts stirring up controversy for something that seemingly doesn't matter? I mean, let's be honest here. Does Johnny Depp and his ex, I don't know her name, have anything to do with your life and where that's going and things that you need to do and things that are important in this country, things that are happening, things that we do really, really need to worry about? Why in the world is there 11% of fake accounts arguing about this online? And then you got to ask yourself, well, what about the real stuff? What about things that do matter? What accounts are out there that aren't real, that are communicating with people and going back and forth. So, we talked about Twitter earlier with Elon Musk buying it. There's going to be a lot of changes to come. So we'll see what happens with these fake accounts. I wouldn't be surprised if Elon Musk comes out and figures out some kind of algorithm that's going to do away with bots and fake accounts and maybe some type of authenticity and making sure that these accounts are real. I mean, look, everything else out there has different authenticities. You have to prove that you're a real person. You have to show an ID. You have to do different things. So maybe we're going to see that coming, and that's going to make things really, really interesting as well. But think about that. Why are 11% of these accounts arguing about something that doesn't matter in your life? Not real. I mean, that's something you need to think about. I'm not going to get too far into that, but I mean, if that doesn't make you think, I don't understand, how you think. But that's it, guys. A lot going on in the web, a lot going on, and a lot more is going to come from these three things. And I may look back at this video and give you an I told you so moment, because I guarantee Netflix is going to be in a lot of trouble if they don't get their shit together. There's going to be a lot more that's going to come from Twitter. I guarantee the government is going to step in, and I'm almost positive something's going to happen where something's going to come with trying to regulate all these fake accounts that are going on there. So things are going to get interesting. That's it, Web Wednesday. I'll see you next week.